Welcome to the 96th
episode
of the All the Books Show, the official podcast of the David A. Howe Public Library.
That was kind of like when you go to a car lot and you're going to buy a car and you try to start it and it doesn't start, so you know that's not the car for you. That's how you started this episode.
So now people...
You forgot the number.
In.
Yeah, they're going to be like, forget it. He doesn't even know what number episode this is.
Well, if this is for you,
yeah,
we talk about book news, author news, and literary news in the world of books.
Yeah.
And non-books.
Okay. Wow. Congratulations. Hats off to you,
I'm Nick Gunning.
No. You're messing everything up.
Man, you're going to have to
He's Eric Mickles.
Darn it.
And I'm Nick Gunning.
Yeah.
And we're glad to have you here at episode 96.
Who are you supposed to be?
I don't know. I sort of sounded like Chunk from Goonies. Not Chunk, Sloth from Goonies.
Okay.
With the Baby Ruths.
Right.
It's neither here nor there.
Would you watch the Goonie Babies if they made a
like a Muppet
Saturday
Babies
morning
type?
Muppet Babies, but Goonie Babies?
I think you know the answer to that
they're
question.
Kids.
I totally would.
As babies, they're also having Goonie adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't know why it never happened.
I would probably like that more than the Goonies.
I'm still waiting for Goonies 2. I've been waiting for Goonies 2 since like 1992.
Oh boy.
So
I've been waiting for people to realize Goonies isn't that great.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's been a long wait.
I'm Nick Gunning. I'll be doing the show solo from now on.
Yeah.
Security?
No.
We're going to talk about new books today. We're gonna do a little sexy new book club where we pull some picks from our respective new book sections. So Eric's got some young adult. I've got some adult. And we're going to talk about them.
Jeez.
But right now, we're going to talk about what we've been reading. Eric, what have you been reading?
What have I been reading?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay. Well, I started reading The Woman in Cabin 10.
Oh, now what is the plot of that one again?
I don't think I can do it anymore.
All right. And?
I'm only 30 pages in. It's
best 30 pages of your life, probably.
I can tell you I'm not loving her writing style right now.
Yeah.
There's I realized very early on I'm going to have to get used to the part where she's like, what? New line. Oh my God. New line. Paragraph.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, the what and the oh my God don't do anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you're reacting to.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of useless.
I think audiobook was a way to go for me because I didn't experience that at all.
Okay.
I probably liked it more on audiobook than I would have if I just
you
sat down
also
and read
sped through it on audiobook.
I did.
1.5 speed?
1.4 speed using the Overdrive app available to all of our patrons on your tablet or mobile device.
So we'll see.
We will see. Eric's joining us for the Page Turner Book Club this time around, so it's going to be a rockin' and rollin' good time.
Yeah.
They always weirdly like having you in that book club.
Well,
The month after, they're like, that guy's so fun. And I'm like, you don't know the half of it.
That's true. I'm more fun.
You're way more fun, I know.
I think it's because I'm very congenial.
Oh, boy. Episode 96.
All right. And I'm photogenic.
Yeah, you are. You're lovely.
Thank you. My
lovely
grandmother
guy.
used to say that.
A lovely guy. And some fans from Vermont know now that you really are.
Oh,
lovely.
we're getting into that in
Let's
bookmark.
do it.
I thought that was book news.
Yeah.
I guess we should have started the show with that.
Let's talk about it.
Shout out to Jane and John from Vermont.
All the way from Vermont.
Yeah.
Swung by the David A. Howe Public Library to say hello to me and Eric. John thought that I sounded taller.
That's funny. He said I'm shorter than I sound.
Yeah. Really?
So, yeah.
Wow. So do you sound like 7'2"?
I guess. Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations. Well, it was fun to meet them. We had a good chat. They gave us a nice gift, handmade notebook, which we really enjoyed.
The notebook cover is made out of old recycled army uniforms, military uniforms.
I love that. That's
so, great. They stopped by.
We had a lot of fun
the library.
meeting them. They didn't say which one of us they liked better, but I sort of felt like it was me.
Okay.
If I'm might be so bold.
Met me first.
So yeah.
So
save the best for last kind of a situation.
Yeah, they discovered the podcast on the Angelica radio station.
Hi, Angelica friends.
What radio station is that, Nick?
It's 92.7. Thanks for asking.
92.7.
Oh, good. A nice jingle.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was fun.
Yes.
It's always nice to meet people who are regular listeners, so that was cool. Anyway,
in
thanks for
Vermont.
stopping by, folks. Next time you're in town, come on back.
Yeah.
What have you been reading now? Now let's talk bookmark.
Woman in Cabin 10.
Just that.
And I checked out Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. Because we're going to do another YA for adults book club.
YA for adults book club. So the point of this book club is a lot of I feel like a lot of our YA circulation is adults.
Yes, it is.
Sneaking over there.
Yeah.
Pulling some YA fiction.
Putting it on hold so it goes to the adult desk.
So if you're an adult fan of the young adult genre, Eric and I are here to help you. And we're going to lead a book club on Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl as part of the summer reading program.
Yeah. Where's your copy?
I don't have it here.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to hear that, folks.
You haven't started it yet, though. You just checked it out.
No, I have it ready.
Sorry. Go on.
Go on.
Okay, I finished a few things.
Oh, well, I had some stuff.
Oh, okay.
They're just comic books. And you know what? I talked too much.
I want to hear. Just give me a list.
All right, I read 2 more volumes of Irredeemable because I'm going through that series.
In it
Mark
still
Waid series.
out?
Yeah, I'm still in it.
Okay.
I'm up to volume 7. This
All
is
right.
the Superman-like superhero turned
Yes.
supervillain,
Yes.
destroying the world. And I read Justice League Rebirth, the first.
Yeah, available in the new section of our books here. What's happening?
Nothing. On Goodreads, apparently I picked issue 1 instead of
I
volume
hate when that
1.
happens. Rookie
So
mistake.
I gotta fix
Rookie
that.
mistake. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Rebirth.
I didn't like it. You know what? I'm just sick of issue 1s
Yeah, I'm hearing
and superhero stuff. I'm like,
hearing
oh,
you.
good, another reintroduction to every. I feel like I'm just constantly being reintroduced to the same teens and the same concepts with no shakeup, and there's no long-term enjoyment from
Yeah.
this series.
I hear
It's
you.
all very short-sighted.
I'm not a huge fan of team books
Yeah.
overall.
Oh,
but
well, that's wrong.
I know. I'm sorry.
I was spoiled. My first comics that I got into was the old Chris Claremont X-Men, and he went on to write that series for 11 years.
That's insane.
Yeah, no
I
one
guess
does
I
that
need to
anymore.
read some of that classic stuff.
Oh, it's so good.
So
That's all good stuff. The Dark Phoenix Saga, the Days
I'll
of
do
Future
it.
Past, but there's also just a lot of like really great stuff that people don't talk about. I love the Brood War.
Okay.
Not StarCraft Brood War,
Yeah.
the expansion pack for the original StarCraft. Why are you taking off your glasses? What are you
they're
doing?
dirty.
Okay, I thought you were.
No, they were
doing
just
a trick.
fuzzy.
Like, no, I'm still listening.
No,
I can't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
All
a
right.
visual joke. All right. Well, I finished Whistling Past the Graveyard by Susan Crandall.
Finally.
I want to say, yeah, I really wasn't reading it for that long. We've just been talking about it because it was the book club book.
Okay.
But it was pretty good. It's narrated by a 9-year-old girl, and that was kind of a tough sell. You just have
What?
to sort of, yeah.
Ugh.
You just have to kind of accept early on because she's not really talking at a 9-year-old level. And, like, you wouldn't want to read a book narrated by someone talking at a 9-year-old level, so you have to just sort of accept it and roll with it, which I did pretty well. I
Wait,
enjoyed
hold
it.
on. So it's an actual 9-year-old reading, or it's an adult reading as a 9-year-old?
No, I just listened to the book is written from the perspective of a 9-year-old.
Okay.
So I read the book,
Oh.
but it's a hard balance to get
I get
because
it, yes.
if it was actually written
No, you're right. As a 9-year-old.
as a 9-year-old, it would be
Yes.
nonsense.
Yeah.
But then it was sort of like, well, a 9-year-old would never say that, or that's
Yeah.
too complex,
Yeah.
or I didn't buy that element of it. The story was pretty good.
Okay.
It was, I don't know. I didn't love it.
so
but
altruistic, but what am
Yeah.
I supposed to do when
Yeah.
I self-diagnosed myself?
So that was
as
decent.
a-
I read volume 2 of Batman Superman. Not a good series. I needed a break from some of the more heavy stuff. Oh, I'm still doing the Testament too. I'm doing the Testament on Overdrive on audio.
Still?
So it's only the second time I mentioned it. But I'm doing some fluff reading of the Wonder Woman novelization.
Yeah, that's fluff.
So yeah, that's what I
You
said.
love your movie novelizations.
I
they
do.
don't count as fluff for you.
Well, but they're quick. They're quick.
Okay.
And you don't have to think too much about it. You can just
Right.
like sit down and power through. So far, I like a good novelization that adds something, has some sort of perspective. This feels like somebody was watching the movie and furiously like typing. It doesn't, a lot of the like dialogue in the movie that was clearly sort of like improv is written verbatim, and it just doesn't work so well in that way. It's not really. Anyway, so I'm not loving it, but it'll be a quick read. So,
Okay.
that's it.
All right.
And then I got a lot of stuff I want to dig into.
Okay.
Got book clubs piling up. We
Right.
just added this other one, so
Yeah.
I got to get on it. I'm a little ahead of the game, though. So,
Do you have any allergy attack?
Yes.
Folks, you can't tell.
Yeah.
But Nick suffers from the worst summer allergies I have ever seen in a man. And apparently he can't take any allergy medicine. And he refuses to eat local honey. And so his eyes just become pink and
It's
blotched.
an audio medium. They don't care.
He just starts to sweat, starts to shake. It's horrible.
The pills make me feel loopy. It's
Okay.
hard to take during the day. Thank you for putting the spotlight on
No,
my
it's
puffy
okay.
red eyes. I
Well,
really
you
appreciate
take your
it.
glasses
Hey,
off.
how's that rash treating you,
Oh,
Eric? That
gee.
big rash you have?
It'll be fine once I start rubbing local.
Don't rub local honey on a rash. That's insane.
Yeah. Plus,
might-
I have to go get it myself.
It
and
actually might work.
I get stung by bees, and I'm allergic
Oh no.
to honey.
But well, I think you should avoid that at
I
all
gotta eat
costs.
local bees.
Oh, let's get out of this section. Let's move into some book news. You got any news in the world of books? No? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something that I did. My wife and I watched Awakenings.
This has nothing to do with book news.
No.
Save that for bookmark.
Well,
and we're past that.
Based on the Oliver Sacks book
that we talked
about in, what was the title of that episode, Eric? You want to go try to read it phonetically? It was a wop boppily wop wop bamboo.
No, I don't want to read it phonetically.
But anyway, we watched the movie and it was really good.
Yeah?
So, yeah,
Is Robin Williams
He's the doctor.
He's the doctor, not waking up.
Yeah, and it's a very, like, subdued, like, quirky sort of Williams role. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
He did a good job.
So there was no Robin Williams going, what year is it?
No, nothing like that. But I don't know, I was kind of sad watching it just because I feel sad about Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, watching him in this, like, subdued, like, sort of, kind of a sad role, kind of a lonely character. I don't know. It felt a little real.
Okay.
So.
Then you put Jack in and you're just done.
Yeah, no way. I would recommend, Jack has Bill Cosby in it, so I don't think you can watch it anymore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was good, though, and I would highly recommend it. I think it's definitely worth. We also watched Cars 3.
You saw Cars 3?
Yeah, I saw Cars 3 yesterday on Father's Day. It was fine. You know, it was like all the trailers with Lightning McQueen, like, flying through the air and being like, everything changes. It doesn't really.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It felt like sort of a Return of Jafar. Like, it wouldn't shock me if this was now, like, the pilot for an animated series.
Oh, wow, I'm getting a show.
Yeah,
That's great.
He said wow so many times in that movie. Every time, that's all I could think of was just wow. So it was fine. It was fine. I guess, like, in hindsight, I got to sort of give it to Cars 2 for breaking the mold.
Cars 2 was
doing something different.
Bad.
You know. Cars 2 is definitely Mater heavy, which nobody likes. Nobody but Larry the Cable Guy and his people.
That was rough. That was rough.
You didn't like it?
I know.
I like Cars 2.
I like Cars, the first one, fine. I don't know why the first Cars has this bad reputation. It's
I
just
don't
like
either.
A funny,
yeah,
normal, heartwarming Pixar film. It's fine. But the second one...
I love that nostalgia vibe they go for in that movie. I think they really, like, do a good job of that. And the second one, you know, rather than just repeating a race, has kind of the spy spoof, which I enjoyed. This one is just kind of back to basics. And Chick Hicks plays a really big role in it. Chick Hicks, who's voiced by Michael Keaton in the first one. Mm-hmm. And it's not voiced by Keaton, so I just don't understand why they would have Chick Hicks in such a prominent role if they're not going to...
Michael Keaton in it.
What?
I don't remember Michael Keaton. Who's Chick Hicks?
Chick Hicks is the car that Lightning has to race. Oh. The jerky green car.
I don't know.
Anyway, he's very prominent in the first movie and had a pretty big role in this one, but it wasn't Keaton, and I just didn't understand it. Every time he spoke, I was like, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
But I love Michael Keaton.
Okay.
So, all right. Well, you're not interested in this, so let's let's talk about literally anything else. Okay. Let me tell you what's coming up.
Planes.
Yeah, we'll talk about planes now.
Trains and rescues.
With the whole Dane Cook filmography, starting with Employee of the Month.
Oh, I'm a car.
Fans
I'm a plane.
Fans of Sue Grafton, you got a good reason to be happy. Why? Because
it's Y, isn't it?
Y is for Yesterday is out there.
Wow, W was so long ago.
I know, it does seem... I was actually kind of surprised that they're still going,
W was like 2013 or 2014.
I thought these... Well, I mean, she only has one after this. So...
What?
Z.
No.
It's Z.
No.
Z is next.
Wait, so she did... Oh, so X actually came out recently. I didn't remember
Oh,
X
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember what it's... I don't know what X is for. Now I need to know. Why don't you look it up? Find it out.
X
I need
is
to know.
for xylophone. Everybody knows that.
I know. I wonder if she did like exonerate. And just...
yeah.
Y is for Yesterday, the darkest and most disturbing case report from the files of Kinsey Milhone. Y is for Yesterday begins in 1979 when forged teenage boys from an elite private school sexually assault a 14-year-old classmate and film the attack. Not long after, the tape goes missing and the suspected thief, a fellow classmate, is murdered. In the investigation that follows, one boy turns state's evidence on two of his peers and they're convicted, but the ringleader escapes without a trace. Then we jump forward to the future and Kinsey's on the case. So I've never read these books.
Are they normally for anything?
What do you mean? For what does that mean? You're not making sense. This is terrible.
X isn't for anything. It's just X.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they all are. W is for, Q is for, yeah.
Apparently, she said almost has to be xenophobe or xenophobia. I've checked the penal codes in most states, and xylophone isn't a crime, so I'm stuck.
That's funny. Oh, Z is for zero, apparently, is what they've said the next one is going to be. This series is almost over. This series has been going longer than I have. Started in 1982.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. So just start doing numbers then?
Maybe. So that's it. That's it for Kinsey Millhone. And I should have mentioned, that's coming out in August. So we'll have that
Janet
here.
Ivanovich has the grab on the numbers.
Yeah. Like, and there's no last number as far as we know. So she could just keep going. And the way she churns them out, she's going to run out.
What if she didn't we talk about she could start doing the Greek alphabet?
Yeah.
Alpha is for.
Yeah.
Beta is for.
Yeah. Who knows what she's going to do? I mean, she's been writing it for 35 years. She might be ready to hang up the old alphabet. I don't know.
Hang up the old alphabet.
Andrew Gross, a graduate of the James Patterson School of Life, writing on his own now. He probably wouldn't appreciate me framing it that way. Noted author Andrew Gross has a new book out, The Saboteur. February 1943. Both the Allies and the Nazis are closing in on attempts to construct the decisive weapon of the war. Based on a stirring true story, The Saboteur is Andrew Gross's follow-up to the riveting historical thriller The One Man, a richly woven story probing the limits of heroism, sacrifice, and determination. The Saboteur portrays a hero who must weigh duty against his heart in order to single-handedly end the one threat that could alter the course of the war. It's Ares, the god of war, and only Wonder Woman can stop him. I'm Ares, the god of war.
Spoiler.
The Last Tutor by Philippa Gregory. Have you read? You're not familiar with these books, right? These Philippa Gregory books. Okay.
Nor am I familiar with The Tudors.
Really?
Yeah.
The TV show? Or the actual dynasty? Okay.
Wait, which one?
John Rhys Davies was in the TV show. No, he's not a real...
Not the show.
Okay.
The...
Myers? Which one?
No, I'm not... I don't care about the actors. Which historical figures are these?
Hold on. No, I'm not sure which one.
Is this Bloody Mary?
This one
is this.
This one is about Lady Jane Grey, Elizabeth I. The latest novel from #1 New York Times bestselling author Philippa Gregory features one of the most famous girls in history, Lady Jane Grey, and her two sisters, each of whom dared to defy her queen. This is book 14 in this series, and these are still pretty popular. I have people coming in looking for the back volumes of this quite often. So you can find those three and many more here in the David A. Howell Library in a couple of months. And finally, for large print, new from Beverly Jenkins, Chasing Down a Dream, a Blessings novel. NAACP nominee and USA Today bestselling author Beverly Jenkins continues her beloved Blessings series with a heartwarming novel about what really makes a family. There's never a dull day in Henry Adams, Kansas. Okay. Coming to you in large print in August.
That's Running Down a Dream by Tom Petty?
No.
Going wherever in
No.
Running
all right, what do you got on the New York Times bestseller list, my friend? Yeah.
Okay.
It's John Rhys Myers. In The Tudors.
I just wanted to know the historical figure.
I know.
All right, so we've got the New York Times bestsellers list up here.
All right.
This is for hardcover nonfiction.
Let's do it.
Your dad's favorite topic.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Everybody's favorite topic. Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Hey, thank you.
So, what you get?
I saw Cars 3. I got that a Chandler pop figure
Chandler
to go with my wife got me the new. Well, it's the Hunter Davies. I just read the Beatle lyrics.
Right.
He wrote the only authorized biography in '68. So this is that biography updated.
All right.
For today. So that's what I got for
listeners.
Father's Day. Thanks for asking.
All Nick needs to have his friend's
put it out there.
Figurine collection complete is a Monica.
I need a Monica.
A Monica what?
Geller.
A Monica Geller.
Yeah.
To put right next to her. Where would you put Monica?
I don't know.
You know what you'd have to do? You'd have to flip Joey and Chandler.
Yeah.
So that Monica can be between Rachel and...
Yeah.
Actually, but it's hard because she's...
Ross's sister.
Oh, boy.
I know. Yeah.
The mythology of Friends.
It's too
so
deep. It's Inception level deep. There's just no way.
Lore. I can't get over it. How's your Friends fan fiction coming? Your friend fiction.
It's really good. Yeah. It's really good. They've just met Captain Kirk, and it's really...
Really? The cast of Friends? Did they accidentally get teleported onto the Starship Enterprise, or did the crew accidentally teleport themselves to their apartment?
It's a city on the edge of forever kind of situation. They get hurled into the past. They're stuck there. They're looking for a place. They walk into Central Perk. Rachel falls in love with Spock, brings him home. Spock's tempted, but he can't. So anyway,
listen.
Anyway.
You probably know better than me.
Yeah.
I just feel like Monica...
Joey takes the helm at one point.
Oh my
Joey
gosh.
takes the helm. That's all I want to
Okay.
say. I don't want to give too much away.
All right,
I'm talking. CBS is interested.
Okay. I just imagine, one, Joey would be hitting on all the aliens.
He definitely would. Yeah. How you doing?
And I feel like Monica would be attracted to Spock.
You think?
I
could
just...
see that. I could see it.
Because she's very...
Bit of a love triangle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chekhov and Phoebe are going to hit it off.
Okay, Chekhov.
There's no question.
Okay.
There's no question.
Yeah. What's Bones doing during all this?
Oh, he's just on the ship. Yeah. He's not interested. He doesn't want to come down.
Man.
He's getting a beer with Tom Selleck.
Okay, sure.
Anyway, more to come. More
Damn
to
it,
come.
Jim, I'm a doctor, not a friend.
That was terrible.
Terrible.
That was terrible.
All
Just
right.
tell me what's on the list.
Okay. Right. I haven't even started this list.
Cool.
I see that now.
Yeah.
All right. So number 10 on the hardcover nonfiction list for New York Times bestseller.
Long road to get here.
The Vanishing American Adult. Now what happens is,
Yeah.
as you grow older,
Yeah. You start to become translucent.
yes,
And sooner or later, people can't see you at all.
Yep.
They see your clothes
yes,
floating.
This happens around 33, 35.
Yeah.
Between 33 and 35.
Yeah,
So-
I walked in a room the other day and there was just a floating coffee mug, and I almost freaked out until I realized it was a vanishing American adult.
Number 9,
Mm-hmm.
Hugh, 1968, by Mark Bowden, an account of the battle that changed the American approach to Vietnam. So getting out of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Number 8, new this week. If I Understood You, Would I Have This Look on My Face? By Alan Alda.
I love Alan Alda.
I feel bad for comedians who write their memoirs or books because your title has to be just as clever.
Yeah.
Like Yes Please.
Yeah.
With Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
Or
That's all you got,
stories.
Bossy Pants?
No, stories and other stories.
Yeah, that's
just
pretty
like,
funny.
look how funny I am in title form.
Yeah.
All right, number 7, Bill O'Reilly.
His other book, I just got to tell you, because it always cracks me up. Alan Alda's first memoir is called Never Have Your Dog Stuffed and Other Things I've Learned.
That's funny.
So, yeah, pretty good.
Number 7, Bill O'Reilly's Legends and Lies, The Civil War.
Oh, boy.
New this week.
Wow.
Number 6,
Good for you, Bill O'Reilly.
46 Weeks, Hillbilly Elegy.
Hey, the Eric Mickles story.
Okay.
Because you're a hillbilly.
Because I'm a hillbilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're always making moonshine in your toilet tank? Come
It's
on.
true.
Don't
Yeah.
put on airs just because we're on the
You're right.
podcast.
I do
Ridiculous.
I do have a jug band.
Yeah.
So.
You eat only Slim Jims.
Wow.
That's it. That's it. You brush your teeth with Slim Jims. You gargle with Mountain Dew. Hillbilly.
Boy. Yeah. No wonder I'm always sick.
No, I know.
Number 5, Option B by Sheryl Sandberg and Adam Grant. Number 4,
They're not good for you, man.
Theft by Finding by
David Sedaris. He talked pretty one day.
Number 3, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yes.
Guess what?
Our copy's coming in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it would hurry.
Hey.
That wasn't that clever.
No.
Number 2, Al Franken,
You just
Giant
said the word.
of the Senate by Al Franken.
Yep.
I'm
Of SNL fame.
Right.
And of the Senate.
I'm trying to do the all I can remember.
I'm Stuart. Like
Yeah. I can only
I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And gosh darn it, people like me.
That
Yeah.
was it. Thank you.
That's what it's all about.
I couldn't remember how to start it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. Did he
Yeah.
do anything? Did he have any other characters?
Oh, probably. I mean, that's the one that's endured. There's a movie. Stuart Saves His Family, I think.
Yeah, that was.
I haven't seen it.
It's probably up there with It's Pat.
I have seen It's Pat.
And
It was fine. Dave Foley's in it. I love Dave Foley. He's really funny.
okay.
He plays an equally androgynous character named Chris, and they fall in love, and people are obsessed trying to figure out. Really funny.
Number 1, new this week.
Look, I don't want you to think I'm giving a glowing review to It's Pat based on the Pat running sketch from Saturday Night Live, because that's not what's happening here. I'm just saying.
I just wanted to move on. From
Watch
your,
it as a
your
teenager,
4-star
and there were some
review.
things that were funny, okay?
Okay. Right. Dave
Right.
Foley helps carry this film
Yeah, he does. He does.
from obscurity to legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think you would have
Fine, it's in my top 10, all right? Is that what you want to hear? Do you feel better now?
your top 10 Pat
You're a
films?
bully, man. Yeah. Are there any good SNL films?
Night of the Roxbury is good for the first 30 minutes.
I don't really like it.
I
like the Blues Brothers.
People still like Coneheads. Blues
Okay.
Brothers is still considered a classic.
Yeah.
And so is the first Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World's pretty
but
good.
I think people also think the second Wayne's World is just as good.
I've never
but
seen the
under
second Wayne's World.
pressure.
I've never seen... Oh, I have seen Superstar. Not good.
Superstar wasn't that great.
Ladies Man was kind of
wasn't
funny.
that
Kind of funny.
great.
No, it wasn't good, but I like Tim Meadows. I haven't seen MacGruber,
No, I didn't see MacGruber either.
so
Uh,
no interest.
Yeah. But I remember liking Coneheads as a kid.
I haven't seen Coneheads.
So,
I like Dan Aykroyd.
okay. But I didn't see It's Pat or
Okay.
Stewart Saves the
Well,
Day or all that.
Add him to the list, buddy.
Okay. Should we watch MacGruber?
Our SNL rewatch movie podcast. Save it for that. What's next on the nonfiction bestseller list?
Number 1, I Can't Make This Up by Kevin Hart with Neil Strauss, the comedian's personal and professional life. And he's sitting there, he looks confused. He's got dogs. He's holding dogs. There's a dog on his head.
I don't really like... I'm not that interested in comedians' memoirs.
Yeah.
I don't know that I... You know what? I read Tracy Morgan's, and that was pretty funny.
I guess I don't care for a memoir when you're only like 32.
Yeah.
Like, you want like...
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to have you read mine, but it's fine. It's fine.
Your
I
memoir?
understand. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know the end yet.
Of
I
my
mean,
memoir?
personally, I do.
Yeah.
I know how
Well,
your life is going to end.
Yeah.
At
yeah.
my hand.
Or someone like
On
you.
air.
I mean, you peaked when you were 26, so like, there's no. I just picked her.
Wow.
Right. I picked her.
No, I was thinking, I was like, that's a year off from what I thought, so that's fine.
I gave you an extra year for good measure.
There we
What's
go.
on the fiction list, buddy?
All right, so this is the hardcover fiction list.
Okay.
Bad news for Tolkien, Beren and Luthien, I can't do it.
It's fine.
Remember that was at like number 4.
Yeah.
It's at number 11 now.
Yeah.
Off the list.
Yeah. I expected a flash in the pan.
Flashing.
Old Chris Tolkien's going to be like, oh, look what was under the refrigerator and another volume of Middle Earth. Just publish it, please.
What's with all the lettuce stains?
Oh,
It was in
nothing.
the
It was
vegetable drawer.
been there for 78 years now. Just publish it, please. Check payable to cash. All right, off the list. So what's at number 10?
Number 10 has that asterisk, which means it's indistinguishable from number 9 as well in
Okay.
terms of sales.
Okay.
So number 10
Yes.
and number 9 have
Yes.
sold the most.
They sure
New
have.
this week at number 10, Indecent Exposure by Stuart Woods.
Stewie.
He's sharing the spot at number 9 with The Fix by David Baldacci.
I think that Stuart Woods is amping it up. I think these are coming out more and more
Yeah.
frequently.
And that always is indicative of quality, I think.
Yeah, the faster the better.
Yeah.
So.
Number 8, Nighthawk.
Whoa!
When dangers are coming, Nighthawk is running and there's no
Nighthawk.
Yeah. I don't know who's playing him.
Me neither.
Hasselhoff, I guess, in
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yes. Yeah, or now. He could be like Nighthawk. It would be Nighthawk the Legend Continues.
Okay.
Hasselhoff will come back as like a mentor.
Okay.
Kind of situation.
Sure.
Pass the
Nighthawk.
baton to
Yeah.
Josh Duhamel, I guess.
Yeah,
You don't
okay.
think- all right.
Sure. Not a lot of personality in that actor.
No, not tons, but
All right.
all right.
By Clive Cussler and Graham Brown. So that's the boring Clive Cussler.
Oh, Nighthawk. That's right. Boy, such a good title.
Yeah.
For such a dull-looking
Yeah.
book.
Number 7, new this week, The Ministry of Utmost Happiness by, oh boy.
Hey, you can
this
do
is
it.
my first time
You
looking at
can
this
do
list.
it.
Hold
You
on.
can do it. Sound it out.
Arudati.
Hooked on phonics.
Arudati Roy.
Worked for Eric.
Roy. Arundhati.
Mm-hmm.
Roy.
Good stuff.
A sprawling novel of modern India by author of The God of Small Things. Really, if you own small things
Yeah.
or small creatures,
Yeah.
you are God.
What do you think about... That's true. What do you think about the small house revolution? Are you going to get a tiny house?
No.
Just get a tiny house, pull it around behind your car.
I get it.
Home is where the heart is, man.
I'm not getting, no.
You don't want to live in a tiny
No.
house?
I just want to live in a decent-sized house with a very strong internet connection.
Okay.
I'm in a strong internet
All right.
connection revolution.
How do you feel about level floors? Is that important or you don't care?
Right now, apparently, I don't care.
You don't care at all. Okay.
So, no, I love being able to, like, drop a box on the floor and just watch it slide on a site.
That's how you get from one end of the house to the next,
Yeah.
right?
Here I go.
Whee!
Number 6, No Middle Name by Lee Child. Number 5, new this week, Love Story by Karen Kingsbury. How John and Elizabeth Baxter fell in love.
But I'm never going to forget that title. Most unique title I've ever heard.
Love story.
Love story.
Number 4, Dragon Teeth by Michael Crichton.
Yowzer.
He's back! Back on the charts, like he never left.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look, I found another Michael Crichton book as well.
Christopher Tolkien, is that you again?
It's about the dangers of technology.
Really?
And nature.
So, but wait, hold on.
Set in Middle Earth.
Question. Oh, man. There's a crossover.
Yeah.
There's a crossover right there. Well, you get like a timeline situation.
Yeah,
Timeline
sure.
and alternate dimension situation.
Yeah.
But
Again, cash.
I like your Chris Tolkien. He seems like kind of a fun, rascally guy.
He's wily. Like,
Yeah,
he's really trying to pull one over on every single
Yeah,
publisher.
he's going to get his. I like it.
He's got one of those like
I like
mustaches.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So.
All right, what else we got?
Okay. 3, Come Sundown by Nora Roberts. Number 2, 6 weeks on the list. Into the Water. Now this has been a number 1 for 6 weeks, basically. Into the Water by Paula Hawkins.
Okay.
Number 1 is new this week. Who would you say could knock off the brand new Paula Hawkins novel?
I would say John Grisham.
Camino Island by
Yes.
John Grisham.
Yes.
A search for stolen rare manuscripts led to Wait a second. This was released then in time for Father's Day
For Father's
weekend.
Day, yeah, that's the way to go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I didn't get a copy of it.
But you haven't liked new Grisham.
I know.
Any son
I know.
worth his salt wouldn't get you a new John Grisham novel
It's true.
for Father's Day.
It's true.
I don't know what your kid
It's true.
got you.
This is interesting. It's not legal. There's no lawyers in this at all. And yet
It's a
it
search
is-
for
it is
stolen
a-
rare manuscripts.
it's still a thriller. So usually when he writes non-legal, they're not thrillers anymore, but this is
Yeah. Maybe there'll be some
non-legal
legality
thriller.
in it.
There could be. Yeah. Or maybe they live in a world where there are no laws.
Yeah.
That's how far in the other direction he went.
Man, there was something just hilarious. I don't remember what it was. I think it was
Well,
a
it's
tweet.
it's a good
It was
start.
a tweet about
Don't
John
explain.
Grisham, and he's just saying like, "Could you imagine a world where lawyers were real?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
just funny.
You mentioned earlier.
Oh, it was The Onion.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier BJ Novak's Stories and Other Stories. He has a great take on John Grisham in there.
Oh, yeah?
It's the plot of that short story. If you haven't read this book, definitely do it. We have it. But is that John Grisham's books are always the something, like
Right.
the litigators, whatever. And the publishers printed all the copies of the book with just the something because they hadn't figured it out yet.
Right.
It's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
I highly recommend that whole collection. But the
Okay.
Grisham story is great.
I just realized the description for that is the search for missing manuscripts.
Yeah.
And who better to get on the case
Oh.
than Mr. Christopher
I'm
Tolkien?
back, ladies and gentlemen, and I shall find more.
to South Florida.
Let's go. I just have to stop and pick up Sherry Crichton. Hold on to my midsection, Sherry.
No, not too tight.
Doesn't this go any faster? No. Christopher Tolkien is 104 years old, so he can't. He shouldn't even be driving. He shouldn't even be driving at this point.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Christopher
The
Tolkien.
Invisible Man 2.
Yeah.
Seen less.
Yeah, he's only 92. I should, just to clarify, he's
Really?
only 92. Yep.
Oh.
92 years young.
Okay.
Do you think really old people like it when you're like, well, hello there, young lady? I don't think they do.
I always find it slightly demeaning.
Yeah, I think it is.
I never do it.
No,
but
I don't either.
I often, when I was, like, pizza, when I worked pizza, I would work with people who, when an elderly woman would come in, like, what can I get you for you, young lady? Like, listen.
Yeah.
They know they're
Yeah,
not
they
a
know.
young lady.
They know.
And they know you're
I'm
just
young
trying to
again.
pander to them.
It's a miracle.
Just say ma'am.
Yeah.
You can use ma'am
Respectful.
at any age.
You sure
can
can.
call a 5-year-old ma'am.
Yeah.
And they like that.
They love it.
You call a 5-year-old man, they're like, I'm like an adult.
Yeah. 22 to 23, they don't love the ma'am
No.
so much.
First time I was called
Early.
Yeah, first time I was called sir as
Yeah.
a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
First time somebody said I was trying to talk to the man over here, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm the man.
I had the opposite of that because with these freckles, when I was 20 years old, I got children's menus at restaurants. So kind of a different thing. You had a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah. All right.
Well, anyway,
yeah.
back to Christopher Tolkien. Is that it?
no, back to Christopher Tolkien.
number one, Camino Island, John
Yeah.
Grisham, which we do have,
Yeah.
and I'm probably going to read it at some point.
I
But I
thought
just
Camino-
can't stand to have my heart broken.
Camino
again.
is where Obi-Wan Kenobi had to go to find the clone army in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
You're right. You're right.
And that's basically like
there's another great crossover.
That's basically technologically built islands.
Yeah, you're right.
What if Camino Island is literally on the planet Camino?
Yeah. Do you think there's any lost Tolkien manuscripts on it?
In the Star Wars universe?
Yep.
Christopher Tolkien could only hope.
You know what? We need to get back on track, and the only thing that's going to do that is some beautiful music.
You're right. Whew. Back on track.
I don't know. There's a lot of heat in that song.
Just because
that should come with a parental warning.
Just because the club is called the Sexy New Book Club does not
mean... He just can't turn it off.
Yeah. Can you open the window?
Our good friend Ben Lehman wrote that, everyone.
You need to open the window because I can't see. It's all steamy. My glasses are fogged up.
Yep. It's right out of the speakers. Yeah. Anyway, that beautiful music means that we're going to talk about some new books in our collection.
Yeah.
You've got how many young adult books you got there?
3.
And I have 3 grown adult books here to talk about. So these are not all of mine are like brand new today or anything like that.
I don't think anyone appreciated you calling yours grown adult books.
Some of mine are very new, and some are in the last couple of months. Ones that I keep looking and saying, "Oh, I got to read that."
Right.
So you want to go first? Take it away.
Okay.
What do you got? Look, just tell me what you got.
All right. Let's start with Girl Out of Water.
That's one you want to read?
No, these are just new books.
Oh, okay.
I think we should talk about.
Sure, okay.
There are people here who have no taste like mine.
That's
not
true.
What I meant to. That's not how I meant to say it.
They have no taste like mine.
That have taste nothing like mine.
Nothing
and like you said,
no taste.
Most people.
Yep.
So, Girl Out of Water.
Fish Out of Water.
No, Girl.
Okay.
Girl Out of Water.
Untrained.
By Laura Silverman.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, little blurb here. Sometimes leaving home is the only way to find yourself. And you and I both know that. Remember that summer where instead of going to our favorite summer camp, our parents sent us to our grandfather's farm?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And we were like, there's nothing to do there. All my friends are going to camp.
Yeah.
And like, we didn't have our Game Boys.
No, we didn't have
they didn't have a landline.
No.
They got all their mail from town.
I had a pitchfork.
Yeah.
And one of those old 3D image things that you hold real up to your nose. You have to switch the cards out. That was it.
But, tell you what, we learned a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
We helped save that Fox family.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah. You know, I finally met someone. And you know who that person was?
Was it you?
It was me.
Okay.
It was me. Yeah. So
it sounds like we're laughing, but we're crying from
we
the memory of our
Remember that rope in the old barn up in the hayloft, swinging on that?
Yeah.
Falling on rat carcasses up in the old hayloft. That was a great summer.
Yeah.
And then when we had enough and we hopped in that boxcar, just kept going.
Yeah.
Seeing the sights.
I don't know if Nick feels it, but I almost feel like I need to let people know Nick and I aren't actually related.
No, we're not.
We don't share a grandfather.
No.
We're not even the same age.
No.
We wouldn't have gone to the same camp.
Probably not the same camp at all. No.
Okay. So back to Girl Out of Water.
Yeah.
The Nick Gunning story.
Yeah. What?
Does it say ocean breeze in her hair and sand between her toes. Anise. Yeah, it's Anise.
Okay.
Anise can't wait to spend the summer before her senior years surfing and hanging out on the beach with friends. Santa Cruz is more than her home. It's her heart.
Hey.
But when her aunt, a single mother, is in a serious car accident, Anise must say goodbye to California and help to care for her 3 young cousins. Landlocked Nebraska.
Oh, boy.
Is the last place Anise wants to be.
I hope you like corn, Anise.
Sure, she loves her family, but it's hard to put her past behind her when she's living in a childhood house of her runaway mother.
Hope you like the color gray, Anise.
Who has dropped in and out of her life since birth. And why, with every photo and text, her friends back home feel further away. Then she meets Lincoln.
Oh, no.
A charismatic,
in the Bardo,
one-armed skater.
Excuse me?
A one-armed skater.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Who dares her to swap her surfboard for a skateboard.
Hey.
Very different.
It's totally different.
Yes. Yeah. Anise isn't one to shy away from a challenge. Sometimes the only way to find your footing is to let go.
I'm confused. So her aunt dies.
No, her aunt's in a serious car accident.
Her aunt's in a serious car accident, and
Correct.
she has to go and hang out with her cousins?
Her young cousins.
Her young cousins.
Has to take care of them.
Is she like in school, or this is summer that we're talking about? It's just a weird.
Yeah, she wants to spend the summer.
It's a weird scenario. Oh, she wants to spend the summer on the beach, but her mom is like, you got to go take care of your nieces.
Her mom has dropped in and out of her life since birth.
Dropped in and out of her life since birth. Okay, yes. So whatever her situation is, when her aunt,
yes,
an aunt and a niece, she's got to go to Nebraska.
I don't get it.
Because her name's Anise.
Oh, jeez.
And she's going out for her aunt.
Do you think
to hang out with her cousins?
Do you think the whole book was just called "A Niece is Sitting at," and they were like, "Oh, her name's Anise." And like, no, it was a placeholder.
Just roll with it.
All right. I float in the Pacific Ocean. As I straddle my longboard, cool water lapping around me.
Is this you or the character?
Look, I'm going to read my book, and then I'm going to read The Girl Out of Water. Okay. Cool water lapping around me. I watch surfers up and down the coast take on baby waves, 4-footers that will carry them a short distance before breaking into froth and foam.
Okay.
I'm waiting for something better. The sun beats down on the slip of my neck between my wetsuit and hairline. The tender skin burns, but I don't dare move to massage it. Seagulls circle overhead, squawking over the swirling water. They dive to the surface, then soar back up, carrying scraps of seaweed and tender
delicious
fish. And then I see it in the distance, coming toward me, coming for me. My gaze flickers over the green-blue water as I watch the wave take shape. It's not a 3-footer or even a 4-footer. No, it's much better. Fingers drum against my thighs, and I lean forward, gnawing my sun-chapped lip. Like, there's a lot of description of this wave coming up.
Yeah. It's just a wave at the end of the day.
Ooh, boy. A lot of swears once the dialogue starts.
Really?
I can't read that. Though.
Really, no.
Yes.
Yeah, our clean rating would be just totally gone.
All
okay.
Right.
Well, I didn't really like that.
Okay. All right.
I tried to help with sound effects. Did it help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Actually, the F word is fairly prominent.
Really interesting. Yeah. Wow, we learn something new every day. That's great.
Sure do.
That's great.
Oh, she lives with her dad.
Okay.
I get. She lives with her dad. So.
Christopher Tolkien.
Chapter 1 ends with flights tomorrow morning at 11. So you have to imagine that niece is not happy to visit an aunt. An aunt.
No.
So that's Girl Out of Water.
I don't think I like it.
All right. I'm sorry.
Has it gotten good buzz or something, or it's new and it seemed interesting?
Yeah, it's just new and seemed interesting.
No worries.
Okay.
All right. For you, I've chosen The Wanderers by Meg Howry. Howry's exquisite novel demonstrates that the final frontier may not be space. After all.
What is it?
All right. I love the premise of this book.
Okay.
Right? They're gonna put humans on Mars, and these 4 people have to basically go in a simulator and prove that they can handle it in a super ultra realistic simulator.
Right.
And that's the gist of the book.
Okay.
Is these people happening. So seems to be very psychological to focus on that, which sounds interesting. Let me give you
Mars, you damn fool.
Wow. All right, let me give you the inside cover. In 4 years, Prime Space will put the first humans on Mars. Helen Kane, Yoshi Tanaka, and Sergei Kuznetsov must prove that they're the crew for the job by spending 17. It's now I can't repeat it. In the most realistic simulation ever created.
Ooh.
Retired from NASA, Helen had not trained for irrelevance. It's nobody's fault that the best of her exists in space, but her daughter can't help placing blame. The Mars Now mission is Helen's last chance to return to the only place she's ever truly felt at home. For Yoshi, it's an opportunity to prove himself worthy of the wife he has loved absolutely, if not quite rightly. Sergei is willing to spend 17 months in a tin can if it means traveling to Mars. He will at least be tested past the point of exhaustion, and this is the example he will set for his sons. As the days turn into months, the line between what is real and unreal becomes blurred, and the astronauts learn that the complications of inner space are no less fraught than those of outer space. The Wanderers gets at the desire behind all exploration, the longing for discovery, and the great search to understand the human heart.
Yeah,
I read that last bit as William Shatner.
Okay.
Let me give you a little bit of dialogue here.
All right. We're stuck in a simulation.
The walls are closing in. All right. Helen, this is from Helen's perspective. Nothing feels as free as this. The lettering of this promise is in pink. The freedom being demonstrated concerns a woman. Never mind. I can't read this one.
Why?
Because it's too sexual.
Wow. What are we doing today?
It's not ultra sexual. It's just more sexual than I would like to read.
Okay.
Here for you today.
All right. Well,
so
apparently Nick is also from California.
All right.
Because you're a California prude.
I guess so. All right, I'm going to read you the section on Mariel.
Like raisins.
A terrible thing has happened to Mariel. She's been selected as the spa employee of the month. She sits now in the hotel employee cafeteria with Clara and Olive, who are also massage therapists and who have congratulated her with sincerity that depresses her almost as much as the award. Also, during this lunch break, she seems to have eaten not only all of her bread, but all of Clara's.
Anybody sitting here?
Successful people are either self-deniers who achieve through discipline or hedonists who never apologize or explain. Successful people are not women who eat too much bread and lament. Yeah. Okay. It's not working for me.
Excuse me, are you gonna finish that bread?
I guess probably you have to like really get into it. I suppose what they're doing is like they're gonna have to set the scene for each of these people so that when they're rammed inside this little simulation, you're more
okay.
You're more
using the word rammed makes me think like the thing is too small for all three of them. So like somebody's out there with like a push broom, just like get in there.
Yeah. I think this is going to be more on the side of psychology than anything else. So I think that's why we have each of these sections giving you a lot of background on the personal life. So that when they're stuck in there and they collapse, they're going to, it'll have more weight. No, I don't think I'm going to.
Okay.
I don't.
Nick has chosen the coward's way.
I don't know. I don't think it's one that we can really get at from a sample. I guess the question is, do you like the writing or not?
I barely heard any.
Yeah.
The concept's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look at it.
Yeah.
I'll look at reviews.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That was disappointing. Yours was disappointing. Mine was disappointing.
Mine wasn't that disappointing. There's some people who would love that book.
Nobody.
Laura Silverman does it again.
No,
that's what they
doesn't.
say. On the street. Everybody's saying it.
Do they?
Yeah, you go to the street and like, hey, I'll get a slice of pizza, sir. Thank you. And the slice guy is all like, hey, you're Laura Silverman. She did it again. And you're like, okay, pepperoni though, please. Have you read Laura Silverman? No, I haven't.
No good.
Can I still have my pepperoni?
What do you got next?
Just trying to show you what my life is
I understand,
like.
yeah.
This book is by Jake Gerhardt. Gerhardt. It's called My Future Ex-Girlfriend. Here's the cover.
Why is this so familiar to me?
Because I told you I was going to read it.
Okay.
But then I was in a bad mood. So I put it down.
Look at you.
So here we go. My Future Ex-Girlfriend, Nick. Ready?
I am ready, yeah.
By Jake Gerhardt. Oh, wait. Patton Oswalt says of his other book, Me and Miranda Mullally.
Okay.
Jake Gerhardt's debut novel is sweet, knowing, and a super fun read. Patton Oswalt.
All right,
so let's see what we got about My Future Ex-Girlfriend.
Let's do it.
So, Nick, you have about 30 ex-girlfriends, is that right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, totally.
You'd relate to his plight here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happens when your first crush actually likes you back?
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Do you magically learn the secrets of love?
Yeah.
Do you go from dork to dreamboat?
You sure do.
Not even close.
Oh, really?
Follow Sam, the class clown, Duke, the intellectual, and Charlie, the athlete, as they learn what being a boyfriend is all about. The timing couldn't be worse, as there's a lot to worry about before 8th grade ends. Finals, commencement speeches, the baseball championship, the graduation party.
I hear it.
The guys feel ill-equipped to handle the stress of their new relationships. But if they're dumped before the last day of school, they'll start high school as losers.
Oh, yeah, they will.
The pressure is on. Brimming with humor and hope, this contemporary tween comedy is perfect for fans of Flipped and Swapped. Are you a fan of...
Flipped or Swapped?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Do you like house flipping?
Sure.
House swapping?
Yeah.
All right. Do you like
I don't
flipping over tables?
I don't want to trade houses with you if that's what you're getting at.
Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
How do you feel about what I just read?
I don't know.
Boy,
it left
you
no
are
impression
in a
on me.
mood today.
No, I'm
and
not.
Our listeners are
sorry.
fully aware about it. They have been live tweeting me saying, "What's going on with Nick?" Hashtag Nick's annoying.
That's amazing because we are not distributing this live.
All right, there's a quote here to start the book. Boys are just like people, really.
Yeah.
Booth Tarkington from Penrod.
Oh, boy. Okay, thank you.
All right.
That's great.
All is well. Sam. We're reading from Sam.
Have
and
you
if you
done
remember,
this for a Sexy New Book Club before? Because it seems very familiar.
Sam is the class clown.
Class clown.
You remember
class
that.
clown.
So the class clown is
He's always
going to get a girlfriend?
Always ready for a laugh.
I'll believe it when I read it.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so Sam says, I'm the first guy at the bus stop, just waiting to get to Penn Valley Middle School. Part of me thinks I should take off and start running. That's how excited I am.
I agree.
Before the adrenaline kicks in, I hear the bus rumbling as it turns the corner and approaches. Once I'm on and seated, I just feel great. I really do. If we had a flat tire, I swear our bus driver, Ruben, wouldn't even have to jack up the bus. I could just lift it with one hand while he changed the tire. Are you getting the impression that I'm excited for the final stretch of 8th grade to start?
I was thinking that.
You might be wondering why I'm so eager to get to school.
A little bit.
The answer to the question is simple. Erica Dickerson, my new girlfriend.
There she is.
Erica is awesome and pretty.
Is she?
And pretty awesome.
I bet.
We got together just before spring break, and I spent most of vacation thinking of all the things we got to do once we get back to school. Things like, 1, double date with my best friend, Foxy, who hasn't been around as much since he started dating Holly Culver.
Yeah, what
2, sit together on the bus when we go to New York City for our end-of-the-year class trip. Oh, and hang out in the city, I guess. 3, hang out at lunch together and have civilized conversations instead of sitting around with guys making fart sounds and putting butter on the floor to see if anyone slips.
Who needs that?
4, go to 8th grade dance. I wouldn't even mind if my sister's dumb boyfriend drives us. I can't wait to tell Foxy all about my plans.
I don't know. You were selling it. I'll
you.
say that.
All right.
I don't know outside if it was just somebody else reading it to me.
Yeah.
I don't know that it would really do it for
What
me.
warm tropical song do I need to play to melt that cold heart of yours?
Margaritaville?
Oh.
Volcano? I guess that's my favorite Jimmy Buffett. If I was going to choose one,
Okay.
be Volcano.
All right.
But I don't know. You still want to read it?
Yeah. Though I didn't realize they were
what
so
do you-
young.
Yeah, what are you getting out of that?
I don't know. I thought they were like high schoolers.
Yeah.
When I first looked at the description.
Yeah, that seems...
So I don't know. Maybe just to see if it's funny to
Okay.
recommend it to people.
All right.
8th grade's too young for me to like relate to.
Okay.
It's hard to relate to high schoolers. I tend to hate high schoolers.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I picked a mystery.
Oh,
for my next one.
nope, not interested. Sorry.
and I gotta tell
Who's
you-
this for? It just did nothing for me.
You didn't write that book. This is called Flamingo Road.
I've seen this around.
Flamingo Road.
I like the cover.
I like the cover
Describe
too.
the cover.
The cover's great.
It's colorful.
It is colorful. We've got a painting as the backdrop of a scenic little, kind of got a Miami vibe here. We got an alligator in the front. We got 2 wood planks, and that's where you have your title, Flamingo Road.
You know who'd like to hang out there?
What?
A niece.
A niece?
She has to go take care of her cousins.
Yeah,
though.
she'd love to be. Look at all that nice water. She'd love to be
Well, ever since she
riding
broke up
those
with,
waves. Christopher Tolkien.
Duke. Oh, Christopher Tolkien.
You don't know when it was set.
Yeah.
Flamingo Road by...
I've spent so much time
Interesting.
looking for lost manuscripts, I never took a chance to look for love.
How would you say that? Sasscer.
Sashir Hill.
Sashir Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll go
Boy,
with that.
why is that the one name I can
Flamingo
just
Road.
read?
After interfering in a crime that turned deadly, Baltimore police officer Fia McKee is put on leave for excessive use of force, but she's offered a second chance. She's sent to work undercover for the Thoroughbred Racing Protective Bureau. Is that a thing?
Yes, it is. You bet it is.
Okay. Her first posting is to Gulfstream Park in Florida, where she will work as an exercise rider and report back on 2 racetrack workers who have been suspected of illegal activities.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be
Rumors
suspected
of doping have been running rampant since certain horses have been outperforming all expectations, winning their owners unseemly amounts of money in the races. To complete her cover story, Fia moves in with her brother Patrick, who lives near the racetrack. But her investigations are complicated when her niece...
Go on.
A niece,
Uh-huh.
just kidding. When her niece Jilly disappears after a shadow gang takes Jilly's beloved riding horse. Now Fia must work 2 angles. At first, to find out what's really going on with the men who might or might not be doping the horses and gaming the system. And second, to bring the men who prey on horses. Yeah, prey on. I thought maybe they preyed 2 horses, but they don't.
Okay.
Men who prey on horses to justice. Along the way, Fia encounters Cuban gangs living off the grid, a very handsome do-gooder who's close on their trail, and a cabal of super wealthy gamblers who will stop at nothing to ensure they always win.
Okay.
Super wealthy gamblers.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
open up, police.
Come in.
Sir?
Yeah.
We've got reports that you've been selling dope.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, wait.
Officer.
Hold on. Actually, I've read that wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We got reports that you are yourself dope.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, officer, for taking the time out of your day.
All right.
Oh, boy. Okay, so this is the first in the Fia McKee mysteries, which implies that there will be more.
It always strikes me as very, maybe not egotistic.
Presumptuous?
Yes, to assume that you've just written book 1 of anything.
Well, she has a 5-book series, the Nikki Luttrell Racing Mysteries.
I guess if you have the pull to like make a contract, like you have to publish this many, that's one thing.
I think that's what this is.
So, it's like when
I
movie studios are like, Fantastic Four 2 is already scheduled.
Yeah,
and
sure
then we
it
watch
is.
Fantastic Four 1 and like,
Yeah. Oh, first person. We got first person.
What?
Chapter 1. My name is Fia McKee, and I was a Baltimore City cop until that November night when I drove through West Baltimore alone. Alone because the department requires their cops to patrol in single-man units. It's their way of stretching the law further into the crime-ridden city. I eased my blue and white cruiser along the streets surrounding Lafayette Park Square, passing by
Lafayette!
St. James Episcopal Church and a stark 10-story apartment building where a faint scent of mold soiled the night air. An odd mixture of 19th century brick row houses lined the square, disintegrating buildings with decayed walls and boarded up windows crowded against happier homes that had been carefully restored to their former beauty. Rolling to the corner, I hooked a right into West Landville, the square's southern perimeter.
West Landville?
West Landville. Scanning the deserted park on my right and buildings on my left, I let the Ford's big police engine purr me towards the Methodist church at the end of the block. I'm kind of in.
Yeah, that's more of a Nick Gunning.
Did you like it?
It was fine, I suppose.
Did you see something in it? Something special? Something unique?
I do. I see the child I once was.
Really? Oh my gosh. Wow.
No,
well, I'm so glad that I was able to
sounds
provide that
well written, I guess.
situation for you.
So that was working for you.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of like the horse racing world.
Yeah.
So that's a deterrent.
Yeah.
I didn't really particularly enjoy. Dick Francis is like the king of horse racing mysteries, which I guess is a very narrow genre.
Okay.
And I wasn't really all into that.
Well, it sounds like it's just this.
But I
book
still
is
might like
just-
this.
I don't think the series will be about horses.
No, probably not.
So unless she has
Probably
to go
not.
to Texas and then also stop like somebody stealing from ranchers.
She might.
And then she has to go to Montana.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
has to
gonna
stop
happen.
People stealing horses from other ranchers.
That's exactly it.
All right, I got my last book. Ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
So I actually didn't. My last book isn't new.
Okay.
This year.
Okay.
It's book 1 because book 2 is actually new, and this is something I brought up before. It's called
What a
A Study
divergent-
in Charlotte.
I don't want to talk about this one again.
You've never seen Watson and Holmes like this
We've talked
before.
about this so much. All right, I'm sorry.
But
I'm being hostile.
we didn't read it in our new sexy books thing.
No, we didn't.
I just brought it up. I just thought it was interesting.
Okay.
Let's do this. Ready? I'm gonna read the description.
Yeah, okay.
Don't be like this, Nick.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right. I just thought it'd be fun to see what this is about. To see
Hey,
if
you
there's
don't have
already
to
2 books out.
You don't have to defend yourself, Jimmy.
Apparently, I do.
I'm sorry. If you want to buck tradition and not follow the rules and read a book about Lady Sherlock Holmes, then let's do it.
The last thing Jamie Watson wants is a rugby scholarship to Sherringford, a Connecticut prep school just an hour away from his estranged father. But that's not the only complication. Sherringford is also home to Charlotte Holmes, the famous detective's great-great-great-granddaughter.
That is so many.
Who has inherited not only Sherlock's genius, but also his volatile temperament. Temperament.
Yeah.
From everything Jamie has heard about Charlotte, it seems safer to admire her from afar. From the moment they meet, there's a tense energy between them, and they seem more destined to be rivals than anything else. But when a Sherringford student dies under suspicious circumstances, ripped straight from the most terrifying of the Sherlock Holmes stories, Jamie can no longer afford to keep his distance. Jamie and Charlotte are being framed for murder,
Yeah, they are.
and only Charlotte can clear their names.
Only Charlotte.
But danger is mounting and nowhere is safe, and the only people they can trust are each other.
Felt like you were rapping for a minute there.
Equal parts tender, thrilling, and hilarious, A Study in Charlotte is the first in a trilogy brimming with wit and edge of the seat suspense.
Edge of the sheet suspense.
That's-
Wow.
That's Stevie.
That's the wrong kind of book.
Yeah. So, hey, I saved you from me saying, well, if nowhere is safe, why not just go to nowhere?
Is that in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right. Quote to start off the book, just like whatever It was, both of the books, I think. Anyway, yeah. I had no idea that such individuals existed outside of stories. A Study in Charlotte, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Oh, you mean Scarlet?
Chapter 1. It actually just says 1.
Oh, okay.
So, 1.
Yeah, please stick to the script.
The first time I met her was at the tail end of one of those endless weekday nights you could only have at school, like Sherringford.
Oh, yeah.
It was midnight, or just after, maybe, and I'd spend the last few hours icing my sprained shoulder in my room, the result of a rugby scrimmage gone horribly wrong just minutes after it started. Practices tended to do that here. Something I'd learned in the first week of school when the team captain shook my hand so ferociously I thought he was about to pull me in and eat me. Jeez. Sherringford's rugby team had landed at the bottom of its division at the end of every season for years. Oh boy. So I gotta say something already.
Yeah.
These are long sentences.
Yeah.
But not this year, no. Klein had made point of reminding me that, smiling with every one of his strange little teeth, I was their white whale, their rugger messiah.
I don't like
the reason
this.
why the school shelled out not just a tuition scholarship for my junior year, but my transportation cost too. No mean feat when you visit your mother in London every holiday. End sentence.
Okay. Well, was it worth breaking the rules and pulling an old book out here?
Look, I don't know. Okay?
You should have saved this for our sexy old book club.
She'd been discarded like an afterthought.
Why are you reading more? Why are you reading more?
Stretched out on her back.
No one wants
pulled
this.
Around her like blood. God, I thought. It's starting again. That's chapter 6, but it's 118 pages in.
Well, and the previous 117 pages was made up of 10 sentences.
Look, I'm disappointed.
Look, yeah, I'm sorry.
I might still read it.
I should have
to see if it gets better.
I should have seen the anguish in your eyes and held back my vitriol.
No, it's fine. You like hurting those who you most love.
I'm sorry. Now I have the oldest book in the world that I'm going to read as my sexy new book club. Just kidding. This is a new book.
Mine made perfect sense.
It did make perfect sense.
This is new to you.
No, we've talked about it a million times. It's not new to me.
We talked about it once.
It's old and boring.
You're dumb.
All right. My final book is The Songs by Charles Elton. I understand why you might not pay attention to this, be aggressive, but I think this is one you'll like. Compelling and surprising, Elton is a writer of unusual intelligence and emotional insight.
So unlike Nick.
Hey, now. A heartbreaking choice made 60 years earlier by folk legend Is Hurls leaves an indelible mark on his 3 extraordinary children. When 2 teenage boys from utterly different worlds meet in the English countryside, like when we went to visit our grandpa.
Yeah.
We called him Grandpa. He wasn't really
our
grandpa.
I have to find the eggs from the chickens every morning?
Exactly. English countryside in 1947. They do not realize that this will be the defining moment of their lives. Maurice, a lonely schoolboy searching for a cause, and the charismatic Is Hurls, who fled Nazi Germany and is secretly training to fight in the Jewish underground in Palestine, form a bond that will be tragically broken. Now at 80, after a remarkable career as a protest singer and activist, Is refuses to acknowledge the ambiguities of his past, leaving his teenage children, the brilliant Rose and her dying younger brother Huddy, adrift in the myths and uncertainty of their father's life. Iz's other child, Joseph, a faltering Broadway songwriter 40 years Rose's senior, whose one childhood meeting with his father has had a devastating effect on his life, is on a shocking and violent path to self-destruction. When far-flung members of the Hurls family reunite, Iz's tightly held secrets begin to unravel with consequences that will change them all.
You thought that was more exciting than what I brought to the table?
Well, no. Not after I read it out loud.
It's not so easy, this sexy new book club, is it?
No, it's not.
Tough crowds.
Rose, Chapter 1. Rose. My brother Huddy said that we must be in a very small percentile of people who had a mother who fell out of the same window twice. Even dogs don't do that. They learn from experience. Huddy and I liked statistics and research. We were both good at maths. We liked to set each other's problems. We'd like to set each other's problems, what percentage of the world population has eaten oysters, or what the odds are on a dog in China being neutered. Huddy spent a lot of the day on the computer and told me all the things he had found when I got back from school. There were fewer of them now because he had become so slow on the keyboard. Our mother died when she fell out of the window the second time, so we had done some research on falling. He'd found out that it is better if your body is floppy, but the problem is that you instinctively tense up in a dangerous situation, like falling out of a window, and that's why bones get broken and people get killed. Being drunk, like our mother was, can sometimes help you. The cognitive processes are slower and the tensing up instinct does not kick in so quickly, and that can save your life. It certainly did for our mother the first time she fell. No bones were broken. Her spleen... Her spleen was ruptured, but luckily that wasn't an organ in constant use, unlike her liver.
Ugh.
I like the writing.
Yeah, it's good. Mother's really getting
kind
through
of
the
a
ringer
different
in this first couple sentences.
Tossed her out a window twice. The cover does not seem to mesh with the...
I don't like the title.
The songs?
The songs.
I did like it.
Oh. Well, you know.
I thought it would be good. All right.
Everybody has different intelligence.
Well, let's do a Sexy New Book Club roundup. Any of these, are you going to read any of these?
Oh, boy. Look, I'm probably not going to read Girl Out of Water.
Okay.
Because I don't see what the big deal is going from surfing to skateboarding.
Yeah.
If you know, listeners, tell me. If it's that really...
Totally different skill set.
Because, like, I've ice skated and I've rollerbladed.
Yeah.
And I feel like I didn't step into different worlds each time.
Brag much? I've ice skated and I've rollerbladed.
Vernon from the Ninja Turtles?
That was Vernon. April.
My future ex-girlfriend still seems funny, but less relatable.
And that was like 8-year-olds?
No, 8th graders.
Oh, 8th graders.
So they're 14.
Okay.
It's just so stupid. When you're dating in 8th grade, it's just like, just dumb.
Yeah.
But maybe you know what? Maybe some of them are dating, and they found the girl they're going to date for the rest of their lives.
Maybe.
They found their wives
Yep.
in 8th grade.
Yep, started their lives
Yeah.
in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Study in Charlotte?
I don't know. It's very dense. As you go through it, you kind of realize it's a little bit drier than you think it's going to, which is too bad because the concept and the cover, you don't like the cover.
I'll give you the cover. The cover's great. The concept, I think, is so overdone.
Sherlock Holmes is really getting overused
like
in
enough.
lots of things. So, would you have stopped at elementary?
I was confused when Elementary came out because it seemed like the BBC one was so popular and the Downey Jr. movies were doing okay. Like, I just seemed like a weird time to do something.
Elementary, I think, stands out from the other ones because they acknowledge Sherlock's addictions a lot more. Like, he's been on drugs. He's been to rehab. He's, an addict.
Yeah, see, I guess in that way it seemed, because House is, the show House with Hugh Laurie is a take on Sherlock Holmes.
Well, I mean, it's a procedural. And every episode, I mean, really is just kind of like reminds me why I wouldn't watch a procedural in general, because it's just like, oh, it's so ridiculous.
Well, I'm interested to see it now that you're like into it because I wouldn't have suspected that. So
I guess I get tired of.
Did you watch House?
No.
Okay.
I get tired of people like the cops coming. He's like, and it cuts, and the person's wife has been murdered, and the guy's just answering questions. He's like, no, people loved her and everything. It's like, your wife's been murdered. How are you forming words? They're all just very like, why? Do you think I did it? I'm like, that's not the first question you ask.
You're really sympathetic.
I just don't understand why these people don't like. None of them are ever in tears.
Yeah.
They're just fine. They talk about their lives. They talk about like they're coming home in the next 5 minutes. It seems like every single person on every crime show is in denial for about 48 hours.
That's true. Although that could really happen.
To everybody.
No. All right. So in conclusion,
I don't know why my mother was murdered
Sherlock
viciously
Holmes
by a bunch of strangers.
is sort of overdone.
If you think it was me, it wasn't.
And that book didn't do it for
you. Don't. Okay.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I guess the gender flip thing doesn't seem like such a big deal since Elementary, I guess.
Yeah.
With Watson.
Right.
As Joan Watson.
The only one of the ones that we talked about, I would maybe consider the songs, but I think the only one I'm likely to read would be Flamingo Road.
Okay.
Yep.
There's another young adult series called Stoker and Holmes.
Uh-huh.
And it's about somebody who's related to Bram Stoker and somebody who's related to Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, and they team up and solve mysteries. That seems cooler.
Isn't Bram Stoker a real person? Sherlock Holmes is a fictional character?
Yeah, but I think it's one of those like, but what if Bram Stoker's story was true?
Oh, okay.
So I think I think that is a little interesting, but then you're mixing up mythologies like crazy. So
you sure are. Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Not for me.
All right. So Flamingo Road for you, maybe. And maybe my future ex-girlfriend for me still.
Okay.
Though I'm probably going to read it like
and
this
listeners, if anybody's interested in these, we certainly have them
we
here.
do. And
for
if you've
you.
read them and you think we're wrong, let us know.
Let us know.
Let Nick know how
well,
wrong
the summer
he
reading
was to
program
Pass
starts
on
on
the
the
Wanderers.
Monday, the 26th.
Less than a week,
For
Nick.
all ages, so we hope you'll join us for that. We've got a lot of stuff going on. You can find information on the website, davidahowlibrary.org, or pick out handouts here or whatever. But we got a lot of fun stuff going on throughout July and into early August, so we hope you'll join us for that.
What's the adult prize this year, man?
It is a Samsung tablet from Barnes & Noble. So you, the more books you check out, the more programs you attend, the more entries you have into that, the more likely you are to win that big grand prize.
Yeah.
So pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about teens?
The teen grand prize is called an Arisen portable speaker.
That's cool.
It looks very cool. It's see-through. I want it for myself.
It is cool.
It's very cool.
And there's 20 some prizes for kids, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of prizes for kids.
Drawing at the end of the summer
But there's
program.
yep, and every week we have prizes for the teens.
Yeah.
So every week we have 2 prizes they can still win, and then any entries that were in for those prizes still go for the grand prize.
Exciting times.
So yeah,
we got a ton. We got a great list of summer movies that you can watch too. So we're showing a lot of movies over the summer reading program. We don't really do concerts because Music on the Lawn is going now. So starting the 22nd and on through mid-August, there's going to be a concert on the front lawn every Thursday at 7 o'clock.
And
first up is The Fools.
Okay, The Fools with Z.
Yeah, with a
in case
Z.
you're looking them up.
Yeah.
June 30th at
1
o'clock.
Yeah.
We have our dinosaur dig.
Big
We have
news.
paleontologists coming to do a dinosaur dig. They do a talk and a show, and they have fossils for you to look at. They have a Triceratops skull, and get this, a skull of an Albertosaurus. For people who don't know, an Albertosaurus is in the same family of a Tyrannosaurus. It's in the Tyrannosaur family. It's a Tyrannosaurus. They're bringing a Tyrannosaurus skull, not a T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's different.
That's totally different.
But an Albertosaurus, that's still pretty cool.
It is cool.
It's still like if you turn the corner in a dark alley and you're like,
Sign-ups.
oh, let's see, I got 100, I got
Space
5.
is slowly or
That's
quickly
true.
filling up.
We're more than halfway
Yeah.
filled up. It's only 50 people for the dig. So if you have a kid who wants to come, make sure to call and sign up.
Absolutely.
And that, yes, and then the dig happens, and kids will be able to dig up for their own fossils and
Yes, they
bones.
will.
So that will be
Yeah, it sounds great.
pretty cool.
And then we're showing The Land Before Time, Wisdom of Friends, right after that.
Yep.
So, right before.
I
It's
believe
Wednesday
this
the
is
28th.
the 28th Land Before
Yeah,
Time.
something like that.
No, it's like 14 or 15.
Yeah,
it's
is.
ridiculous.
So we're showing that 10:30 on Wednesday morning. That's going to be the first of our Wednesday morning matinees. It'll go throughout the summer reading program.
Yeah.
And our very next movie screening here is going to be on the 27th for our senior citizen matinee at 2 o'clock, where we're showing The Man with the Golden Gun.
Love is required whenever he's hired. It's
Perfect. I love it.
yeah. The man
That's
with the
Lulu.
golden
Yep.
gun.
That's Lulu's. That's
Yeah.
Lulu's title song for The Man with the Golden Gun, starring the late great Roger Moore. So I hope you'll join us for that. We hope you tune
It
in
is the late great.
for episode 97. It's all right.
Okay.
We'll go have a Roger Moore marathon. You'll cheer up.
Okay. That's
12
Bond movies.
A lot.
No.
A lot.
All right. Were you trying to end right there? And
I was going to,
Okay.
yeah,
Sorry.
that's
Let me
right.
shut up now. Bye,
Okay.
everybody. This
Bye.
is Eric saying bye.
And Nick.
Nick's gonna end it now.
And bye.